Hey, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and today we're going to be talking about RuneScape coming to mobile devices. Quick question, I know you guys already have it on your mind. Is it going to be the new RuneScape, RuneScape 3 or NXT or whatever, or old school RuneScape? And actually the answer is both. Isn't that pretty neat? Okay, anyway, so this is something that I got made fun of a lot in my previous videos talking about RuneScape during streams. Whenever I mention RuneScape, I always say, for the longest time, basically since smartphones existed, I thought, wouldn't it be great if RuneScape was on a smartphone? And in fact, before that, I was thinking it'd be pretty cool if it was like on a Game Boy-like thing. Anyways, I've always thought RuneScape would have worked fantastically as a mobile product in some shape or form. And of course, in the modern day, smartphones are pretty strong. They're pretty freaking good. I mean, if we can play games like Albion Online with our smartphones, or there's actually a number of MMOs, full MMOs, that you can play, and a lot of really graphically intensive action RPGs that we play on our phones, guys. So I don't know if you've been moving this out, but those are pretty cool. But here we are, we finally have RuneScape seemingly coming to mobile devices. You have to register interest though, and it's kind of weird, register interest. So I don't know, I guess that's just the way they're terming it, but I guess you want to register for this and you might get accepted into the closed betas or whatever. Don't know if you've ever done any of those on mobile devices, but they tend to be really freaking fucky, okay? So, and they're not always open to every country. Normally it's like before it hits America, Canadians get it first for testing. I guess the American audience is, there's more people there and I guess a little bit more harsh. I don't know, it's a bigger market, I guess. So I doubt that as Americans we're going to be the first testers. I'll just keep that in mind. But this is going to be RuneScape, the new RuneScape, as well as old school. And I think you have to actually register separately for each of those. So you have to register interest for RuneScape on mobile, the RuneScape 3, and then also old school RuneScape, I believe. What is your, yeah, okay, so when you do normal RuneScape, it'll say, what is your RuneScape character name? And if you do old school, it'll say, what is your old school RuneScape character name and email address. So keep that in mind, guys, if you want to try this out. Now, a lot of people made fun of me saying that this just wouldn't work. I don't see how it would not work. The whole game is kind of on something more of like an ancient architecture. Like it's sort of like dated in its design. However, its dated designs would actually be a tremendous boon for mobile device controls. It's tap to move anyways, new or old school. And the way the netcode and everything works, it would just work for something that would generally have a lot of ping, such as a mobile phone. So I think it's going to work perfectly. I want to say one thing though. Old school RuneScape, I think its graphics, I wish they would be cleaned up just a little bit. I know that there's a charm to the graphics to an extent, but I think the UI, maybe, I mean, it's fine enough, but I just always hope that they would actually, you know, graphically update old school RuneScape just a little bit, just to make it a little bit more modern, just slightly. Then again, I'm pretty sure that you can actually on PC download modifications to the where it actually does do that, or maybe that's new RuneScape. I don't know. It's all sorts of confusing between the two different RuneScapes and what's going on and stuff. But basically, guys, my thoughts and opinions, a quick like little review on RuneScape. I'm actually in the progress of like, I mean, it's an MMO, right? And my schedule's torn up, but I'm trying to fully review RuneScape. It's gonna happen one day, but it's on the back burner. But right now I can say that for my first impressions, I did end up rage quitting my stream of old school RuneScape. I got to a point where it was a necessity to grind, and lower level grinding is really, really boring. You hit way too many zeros, you don't hit high numbers, it takes way too long to kill basically the most simple of creatures. That is a real big downside to old school RuneScape. Now, new school RuneScape here, I felt a little thrown off. They changed a lot about it, the way the game starts. And I think there is like some new charm to it, but if you're going in, like if you want a little bit of nostalgia, or really there is a reason to still play old school RuneScape, there is some specialness to it. So new RuneScape at the moment for first impressions, it actually seems like a very, very different game. I would say even almost entirely a different game. I'm sure they kind of come together, you know, later on, mid game, late game. But all in all, like people play RuneScape for a particular reason, old school or, you know, the new RuneScape. So I think you're gonna have to try both. I normally would suggest just play the new one, but on mobile devices, you know, on this new version, I think old school could totally work. Of course, there's that debate. How good is it gonna run, you know, on our mobile devices? Well, I have an NVIDIA Shield. I'm pretty sure I'll be playing the new RuneScape pretty freaking well. And on my phone, actually, my Galaxy S7 Edge, I could probably play the new version as well. I don't know about you guys. Maybe if you have like an older iPhone or something, maybe not. But all in all, like RuneScape shouldn't be that demanding as long as they actually update it and code it properly. But then again, I think we all know the history of RuneScape and its optimization. So, you know, there is that debate. So if one is going to run better than the other, I would assume it might be old school RuneScape, and the pace of old school RuneScape, I think, better matches mobile device play. However, it would be really cool if this is truly, completely, properly cross-platform. So let's go ahead and just read down the website here if you guys don't mind. So it says, all of RuneScape anywhere. RuneScape will soon be available on mobile devices. That's right, RuneScape, the game you know and love, on your phone or tablet with a mobile optimized interface. So that's pretty good. They are going to optimize the interface. And cross-platform play between mobile and desktop versions. Fantastic. Glad to hear that. Your game, your character, anywhere. If you're as excited as we are, join the conversation at #RSMobile. So that answers basically every question that I just kind of had right there, real quick like. Now, how optimized it's going to be, we'll have to see. Hopefully a little bit better than what Albion is right now, but this is a pretty good, I guess, kind of comparison, because a lot of people would say Albion is taking a lot of notes from RuneScape. Even the developers themselves, obviously, taking some notes from RuneScape, at least for PvP. So this is going to directly compete with Albion, which is totally fine. I love Albion. I will be playing it also on my mobile device, and it's pretty cool to see that RuneScape's finally coming. I thought Albion was going to scratch that itch for me, but it looks like I'm going to get all my itches scratched. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, old school mobile's coming this winter with RuneScape Mobile hot on its heels 2018. Old school is going to be first, I guess, because it's a, you know, graphically less intensive, maybe easier to port, more dated architecture. And then RuneScape Mobile hot on its heels for, it says 2018, so I'm assuming Q1, at most Q2. So this is actually coming really, really fast. So yeah, guys, register now for a chance to take part in the closed betas. And again, remember, it might not be available in your country immediately. So hopefully I can try to fandangle it so that I can get in early. I will cover it for you guys. I do have a capture card. I do actually have a tablet just for recording gameplay. Not many people do, but I do, because I care about you guys. I care about all games. And a lot of people think that, what, RuneScape, its time has passed. Its hype has flighted. I don't think so. And a lot of people look down at mobile MMOs, but I don't. And I think you guys should give it a shot, and that's my recommendation, guys. All right, so that's all. At the least, guys, it deserves a shot. I mean, look how popular it is on Twitch. A lot of people are still playing the game. Most of them are nostalgic, but I think there is room for new players to come and join RuneScape. I truly do. And we're gonna do more streams. We're gonna do more videos on that, so don't worry. Anyways, guys, that's a little news update. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you do have fun with RuneScape. My name is Skylent. Keep the hype alive, and I'll see you again next time.